Today, I'm going to talk about the importance of having a role model in our life. Modern day life is filled with so much of tension and stresses that we ourselves have a difficulty in coping up with it. How can we teach our children to deal with such stresses and tensions? With the help that I've picked up first of all today is M.K. Gandhi's My Experiment with Truth. What I like about this book is its realism. It's very realistic and an honest and candid his narration of his own life. He doesn't hide anything, and his language of expression is also very simple. I'm going to read some excerpts to make a certain point. Mr. Gandhi says, where the teacher asks him to spell a certain word correctly because there is an inspection in the school. He nudges him to cheat from other students. But Gandhi doesn't do that. There are his own reasons, and I quote, "One of the words was kettle I had misspelled. The teacher tried to prompt me with the point of his boot, but I would not be prompted. The result was that all the boys except myself were found to have spelt every word correctly. Only I had been stupid. But," he says, "I could never learn the art of copying." About his teacher he says, "Later I came to know of many other failings of this teacher, but my regard for him remained the same. For I had learned to carry out the orders of elders, not to scan their actions." I find this very relevant today, where children think that they can say anything to their teachers simply because their parents are paying a lot of money as tuition fee. It is just not acceptable. Another expert had not any high regard for my ability. I used to be astonished whenever I won prizes and scholarships, but I very jealously guarded my character. The least little blemish drew tears from my eyes. I want to make a point here. It is a point where a child does not believe in himself, that he has the capability of doing something, and he is the man whom our nation followed. This is the message of the father of the nation to the younger generation, that he says that he never had a good handwriting and he always regretted it. He says, "Let every young man and woman be warned by my example and understand that good handwriting is a necessary part of education. Let the child learn his letters by observation as he does different objects such as flowers, birds, etc. And let him learn handwriting only after he has learned to draw objects. He will then write a beautifully formed hand." The importance of handwriting, which many of us ignore. Another part that I would like to read is, he says, "I was a coward. I used to be haunted by the fear of thieves, ghosts and serpents. I did not dare to stir out of doors at night. Darkness was a terror to me." What I want to illustrate is that here is a man who spoke about his shortcomings so frankly and so candidly. And yet, he is that one charismatic man who drew our country towards independence. Another leader I want to talk about is Lal Bahadur Shastri, the son of a very poor farmer. He used to swim his way to the school. And still, he was so humble that even after becoming the Prime Minister, it is said about him that he used to just get those achkans which Nehru used to wear, fitted to his own size. Such was the humility of our ex-Prime Minister. I just want to say, I have a lot of such books here. It's very boring to read autobiographies and life histories of people. So I have found this one way of making them interesting for children, to give them these books in the form of comic books. So they don't lose interest in what they are reading. I have seen that nowadays a lot of children have film stars as their icons, or maybe sports people like cricketers. Now, the problem with having such icons as their ideals is that when they see perhaps one of them misbehaving in front of the press, or maybe doing some such things that are actually not acceptable, somewhere or the other they get this registered in their mind that my icon or my ideal is doing this, so it must be okay. It just must be okay. But it is not okay. We have to teach our children to strive and struggle. I end with a quote from Thomas Alva Edison. Whenever I feel that now things are getting out of hand or out of control, I have been trying and there is no result, I tell myself that genius is